Hello everyone and welcome to another high elo game of Age of Empires. Today, archers with more HP take on the chunkiest archer of all, as Hera, playing as the Vietnamese in blue, prepares to take on Mihai, playing as the Bengalis in yellow. Now while the players herd their herdables, explore their immediate surroundings, and try to get their butts up to Feudal Age, ASA frickin' P. Not a bad opportunity for us to take a look at the Civ matchup we will be watching today. Now, the Vietnamese, pardon me, are an archer civilization with access to two pretty cool, unique archer units. The first, the rattan archer, is the second fastest foot archer in the game, and one that comes with a pretty decent attack and a massive amount of pierce armor, making it very, very hard for most enemy archers to take down. The second is their other unique unit, the Imperial Skirmisher, a better armored version of the Elite Skirmisher, and one that comes with a higher attack and bonus against both foot archers and cav archers. Now, if that wasn't enough archer for you, every single unit that comes out of a Vietnamese archery range, like Viking infantry, comes with 20% more HP. Now, to support their range units on the field of battle, the Vietnamese elephant can be upgraded to get 100 extra HP, making it the chunkiest of the non-Persian elephants with a massive 420 HP, and the Vietnamese get conscription free of charge automatically, so their military hits the ground running in Imperial. Now, to afford the costs of training their ranged units, their elephants, hopefully we get to see both of those. All economic technologies cost 0 wood and are researched twice as fast as normal. And speaking of wood, Vietnamese lumberjacks, where are you? None out on the map just yet. Okay, never mind. One is becoming a lumberjack after he finishes constructing the lumber camp. Vietnamese lumberjacks can be upgraded to generate a small amount of gold while they cut down trees. Now, unlike other civilizations in this game that have features designed to protect them from raiding, the Vietnamese have a very cool feature designed to help them raid. Let's take a look at Hera's line of sight. Keep your eye on the minimap. 3, 2, 1. Boom. Vietnamese start every single game knowing where their enemies are located out in the ether, which makes their scouting much more monodirectional and much more efficient. In theory, possibly even some laming happening here and there, but it looks like Hera for now is more interested in going after that deer than he is laming any of Mihai's resources. Speaking of Mihai, let's take a look at the Bengalis in yellow, an elephant civilization through and through. All of their elephant units take 25% less bonus damage, are more resistant to conversion, and can be upgraded to attack 20% faster. Now, in addition, all Bengali melee cavalry do come with a small +2 attack bonus against skirmishers, which makes Feudal Age defense a little bit more powerful. Now, in order to support these units on the battlefield, Bengali monks come with a massive +3/+3 armor boost, and their unique unit, the Ratha, is one of the most versatile units, but one of the most hated units in the game, being a chariot unit that can switch between ranged attacks and melee attacks with trample damage. Now, in order to support the Bengali army, every single Bengali town center does automatically spawn 2 villagers for free whenever the next age is reached. And I say this every single time we watch a game with the Bengalis. I'm going to do my darndest to keep my eyes on Mihai's base as the Roman number 2, the Roman numeral 2 shows up on the top right side of our screen to see where those 2 villagers will go. And in the Imperial Age, their villager monk, my apologies, your villager and monk population can be, let's say, evolved to take up 10% less population space. The way that works is with the Mahayana upgrade in Imperial, every single villager, every single monk, instead of taking up 1 population room, takes up 0.9. So, for example, if you have 100 villagers, it does only take up 90 population space, freeing up 10 more population room for perhaps more army, more economy, whatever the heck you want to use with it. And there we go. Mihai is 1 minute 50 seconds. Hera, a little bit behind, not too bad, has racked up a 12-second idle time count on his TC. And our Bengali, even though he has not had the benefit of the Vietnamese bonus, goes pretty much directly towards Hera's base. In this particular matchup, on this map, it looks like the spawns are pretty much, let's say 90%. Where they should be. One player at the 3 o'clock position, Hera instead of 9 o'clock, maybe let's say 10:30, 10:40, if you want to be real specific about it. The Bengali sees the lumber camp, sees the house, sees the mill. Has he seen the TC? Must assume it's here now in this big blob that he hasn't explored yet. Hera, for his part, returning home, perhaps looking for more llamas, seeing that he only took 6 of his 8. has seen the base, has seen the gold, lumber camp, additional gold, and here we go, now discovers the llamas. So did Mihai not, Mihai also didn't see them. Lately, we've been seeing a lot of players steal. Oh no, oh no, oh no. I missed it again. Oh my God, every single time I say I'm going to, I completely forget about it. And then I laugh as if it's a joke, but not very professional. I do apologize. I'm going to try to catch the Castle Age. See where those 2 extra villagers are going to go. But it kind of looked like they went to gather more llama meat. I didn't really see any of them moving out anywhere, but I have been known, perhaps, let's put it this way, I have been known to miss a thing or two on the screen, which is why I ultimately did introduce picture-in-picture, but for now, double bit axe for both players. Hera also getting horse collar for his 3 farms, no farms just yet for our Bengali, who takes a 3-villager lead and is continuing to circle the Vietnamese base, has now spotted, has confirmed the location of the TC. So I'm very curious to see what we're going to actually see in this game. Every time we see the Vietnamese, I'm always antsy to see Imperial skirmishers if we're lucky enough to get to Imperial. That being said, remember, all melee cavalry for the Bengalis, and by the way, that includes elephants and the Ratha in melee mode, do come with an attack bonus against skirmishers. And if it's an elephant, I should point out, it does take less bonus damage. Man, oh man. The usual counter to elephants need to put in a little bit of extra work. Pikemen, for example, 25% of their bonus damage is negated just because you're a Bengali. Really not much more to it than that. Wall off here. I have not looked at the primary resources. Gold secure for Mihai, stone exposed to the front, so no castle anytime soon for him. Berries secure to the back. Wall off to the south where there's an extra patch of gold. And then extra patch of gold very far off campus, an extra patch of stone to the back, nice and secure, which is decent. Looks like the spearmen took a little bit of a poke and a prod, and we've got ourselves a town center attacking. A scout unit does manage to take off some HP, but nothing too bad. 3 archers and a spearman are moving forward. Hera, gold also secure, primary stone a little bit more secure, but kind of open as well. So both players trying to jam themselves into the other player's base at the moment. Uh-oh. These archers, are they targeting a villager? It looks like Hera gets the first 2 kills of the game. Was it a villager that got the kill? No, ultimately it was a military unit. So, 2 kills, 0, and looks like he managed to get a Vil kill here on the other side of the map. We'll have seen that in picture. So, in the blink of an eye, Hera takes, okay, a second ago it was 3-1, now it's 4-1. I apologize. A second ago it was 3-0. Now it's 4-0. 4-0 kill lead. Attack path between the 2 bases pretty much open with an annoying little forest in the center, a relic, and a lot of hills. But since neither player is the Georgians or the Tatars, hill doesn't really come with any special effect beyond the usual plus 25, minus 25 attack defense feature. And Hera now just wants to position himself away from the spearman so he can catch perhaps yet another villager out in the wild. Ooh, this guy has 16 HP, which is bad news bears. With only 1 melee armor against the 5 attack of the scout means only 4 attacks needed to kill 16 HP. Unfortunately for Hera, that means twice he's got to attack. If he had a 4th scout, would be a different matter, but 1 spearman, town center, wall off is enough to shoo him away. Mihai, undeterred, undaunted, is passing this blacksmith with a fresh band of 7 archers and finally gets a kill of his own at the 15.5-minute mark, and it is a good kill, a second kill as well. Both of them villagers. And Hera, enough's enough. He's heading home to defend this, realizing that perhaps he's been a little bit too cocky. And Mihai evens up the kill count and, dare I say, gets the better kill composition. 3 Vil kills to 1. Blacksmith remains incomplete. Mihai gets another kill. Mihai gets another kill. 4 villagers dead for Hera. This is not where you want to be against the Bengalis, who spawn 2 free villagers every time they go up in age. But skirmishers on the high ground. Bunch of villagers just kind of hanging out. Oh my goodness, 2 of them are so incredibly weak. Let's just highlight all the HP. The villager does ultimately fall. 6 villager kills to 1, 14 kills to 10. Mihai shrugging off earlier damage and absolutely powering his way through. Possibly yet another villager kill. Another villager kill. Hera's lost 7 vills. He's down 7 vills. Okay. He's down 8 villagers. Well, 7 with his production cycle being complete just now. Holy moly. Things were a little slow, a little poke and proddy there for a second, but Mihai changes the narrative of the game and just inserts himself into this forward wood line. Holy moly, 17 kills in the span of what, 3 minutes? 4 minutes? That is a pretty good Feudal Age stat to get. He now also has Horus Scholar, getting forging for what? For his 5 scouts that are coming up, maybe the 1 spearman. Although I don't anticipate that spearman in a forward position anytime soon. Yeah, no, he's back home guarding the northern perimeter of the settlement. Has Mihai explored the north, by the way? Has he seen that he can wall this off? No, he hasn't. Too busy on the other side of the map. And Hera says, you know what, enough's enough. I need my wood. I'm going up to castle. I'm the Vietnamese. I'm an archer civilization. But unlike the Koreans, I don't actually get any discount on my archer's wood cost. So I need to really save myself a wood line or 2. And the tower is going to show away this Feudal Age army bloodlines for Mihai. He's going to be very far behind going up to Castle Age behind Hera. The good news is he is keeping the pressure on Hera's side of the map. And Hera's army, even if it hits Castle, even if it upgrades, Mihai will just run away from elite skirmishers with his archers. Or he may attack into those elite skirmishers with his cavalry. Remember, all their melee cavalry +2 against skirmishers, which makes this force a little bit less scary than it usually would be. And I always find it amazing when there's features like that that really have an impact on Feudal Age battles. Things like the Saracen +3 attack bonus against buildings and whatnot does make Feudal Age a little bit spicier. It's like, you know, if you ever had one of those pizza slices with spicy tomato sauce instead of the usual sweet or tangy tomato sauce. Ooh, it just adds a little bit of extra kick to an already fun, incredible thing. And Hera walls his villagers actually out. They are nice and safe, but skirmishers again are going to get tackled by these skirmisher killing machines known as Bengali scout units that, by the way, have bloodlines. Mihai balancing, buying wood, selling. Wait, bought food, sold wood, bought food. Okay. For some reason, I saw wood instead of food, but that's because maybe I read at a grade 1 level. It looks like an archer killed a scout killed an archer, and then the rest absconded. Is this open? It is not open. Ooh, Hera's gonna try the good old-fashioned reach around here, but 1 spearman and an archer. Will it be enough to shoo him away? He sees it, he sees it, he sees it. And oh, one more. Oh, just in the nick of time. Just in the nick of time. Managing to save it. And now Hera's army here is in trouble as well. Well, his army. What are we going to call a small army of 2 units? An army-lit? An army-ish? I don't know. Ejercitito in Spanish? The Spanish have such a nice way of making things adorable and cute when they're like in small stature or quantity. It doesn't exist in English, I don't think. Or maybe it does, I just can't think of it. But Cav archers, remember, instead of 50 HP, these guys come with 60 HP, 20% more when they come out of that Vietnamese archery range, rather. Hello? Hello? You are a skirmisher killing machine. Why don't you act like it? They do finally remember who they are. I'm assuming the archers are targeting the Cav archer? Yeah. And what a fun little bit of micro. Mihai trying to enter into the minimum range of the skirmishers while the skirmishers run around trying to keep themselves safe from these scouts. Will he get one more before he dies? He does not. The skirmisher escapes with 1 HP. Although that's pretty shitty for Hera. You've got a unit with 1 HP taking up population space when you could have a unit with more HP, even full HP, and you're only at 46 out of 50. So you do need population room. Hera, for his part, has not killed any more villagers beyond that first one. Mihai has killed 10 villagers so far. Total kill counts identical. And it's our Vietnamese who's putting forward pressure. Do I spy with my little eye a unit that is not so little? I mean, I make my introductions very hopefully, you know. When we see like the Teutons versus the Slavs, I always make the intro about the Teutonic Knight versus the Boyar, hoping against all hope that we get to see a big battle. In this case, I said chunkier archers versus the chunkiest archer of all, the Bengali elephant archer. 250 HP with bloodlines. He is moving not out, but forward in his basket atop the elephant. Ooh, this little defensive army finds itself under attack by a jaguar. Okay, so Hera's trying to bust in to the north, or at least distract / poke and prod. But holy moly, we are doubling down on elephants. Okay. How much gold has Mihai secured here, and how much food has he secured? And again, I do apologize. He hit castle. Of course, I missed the town center. I tell you, I do this all the time, and it really pisses me off. But look at this little compartment that Mihai created for himself. Absolutely epic. Jaguar does ultimately fall. 0 kills. Not too sure where this one villager is going with 0 stone. I think Mihai realized, uh-oh, wait a second. And he sent her accidentally. And now our Bengali is on the warpath. Tower should be able to kill all of this. Hera immediately garrisons 3 villagers just to get a few more arrows. Villagers pop out of the quarry just in time to use those cutlasses. Blue villager does fall next to the farm. Bengali elephants just kind of hanging out. Ooh, he's going to catch out a monk, but no ballistics means the monk is pretty safe. Now remember, Bengali elephants are more resistant to conversion, so they do move slow. They are very thick. They are very heavy, but they can escape a little bit better than most. And it looks like there are enough cav archers here to take down not 1, not 2, but maybe 3 elephant archers. Even with +2/+1 on those elephant archers. These +2/+1 actually the exact same. Ooh, but Hera now entering into a town center area. Town center gets 2 kills immediately, but does lose a monk for it, does Mihai, who is now returning home with those 3 elephants that killed a villager, or it looks like maybe 2. No, just the 1 villager. All right, so we're seeing a lot of little scrapes and scraps and bloodied noses and bruised knees all over the map. 3rd town center going up for our Bengali as well. Where, oh, where is this monk going? To the relic. He sees the elephants. The elephants see the monk. There should be enough elephants here to one-shot the monk. There are. Relic is safe. Hera, by the way, has already gotten that 1 relic we saw him get earlier. Now adding in a 2nd. Has also gone up to 3 town center. Hera's base a little bit more decentralized, realizing that, hey, I'm up against a unit that's not exactly the fastest, not exactly the lightest on its feet, even though it's got the most adorable little gray butt that you've ever seen on this green earth. It is not exactly the fastest, and so no real need to wall off just yet. Rathas aren't that fast. Bengalis, like the Vietnamese, don't actually get Hussars, so we're not going to get to see any Hussar play anytime soon. Not that we are going to, since we're both still in the Castle Age. And by the way, remember, skirmishers come with 2 relevant attack bonuses against the elephant. Number 1, archer +4. Number 2, cavalry archer +2. So for any other elephant, that would be +6. And an elephant archer's one of the annoying things is, like rams and their negative melee armor, these guys have negative cavalry archer armor. So that 6 attack bonus for any other elephant archer would be 10. Negatives, it would be 6, and then minus -4, which is 10. But remember, the Bengali elephant takes 25% less bonus damage. So that 6 bonus damage becomes, I don't know, 4.5 or whatever that's rounded to in this game. Another monk bites the dust. For somebody who's using ridiculously slow units, Mihai is sniping a lot of monks. And it is absolutely epic. He does manage to get a relic for himself. Will Hera see the monk? He's about to. He's going to probably dive straight at it. Does dive, does kill. And now Hera finds himself without ballistics. Mihai does have the ever so necessary upgrade. No castle for either player, though. Hera with 12 villagers on stone, 850 stone. Not a matter of if but when. Going up to a 4th TC, as we saw. Abandoned for a short little while. Another monk gets sniped. How the hell is he sniping all these monks with these elephants? I mean, these pro players sometimes, their maneuvers and their game sense, or to be fair, it could just be blind old dumb luck. But I don't think I don't think your average player is going to be able to snipe, what is it so far, like 6, 7 monks with elephant archers? Cavalry, fine. Scouts, light cav. Cav archers, fine. But elephant archers? Look at their movement speed. It's below 1 tile per second. And here we go. Let's see how this battle shapes up. Skirmishers on the high ground. Cav archers are chasing. Hera, in the meantime, builds a house just so that he can make sure those villagers are safe from those elephant archers. Get the hell out of my construction site, he says. To be fair, Hera's army is primarily skirmishers. Our Bengali army is primarily elephant archers, although 10 light cav are being added in. Because again, why the hell not? They come with that +2 attack bonus against skirmishers. So if these trades continue on the whole, Hera's going to be in a much better position because... Little side note, an elephant archer costs a lot more than a skirmisher. And look at this. He wants to cut off the monk, wants to get all up in his face as he shafts him full of arrows. Mihai has seen the castle. What is he going to do? He's got 12 villagers on stone now himself. Another elephant gets picked off, but the skirmishers are a little out of position. Will this castle be enough of a deterrent? Or will Mihai dive bomb his way into here, trading trash for trash? A single rattan archer pops out. Fully upgraded, this unit has 10 pierce armor, which means the elephant archer is going to have its work cut out for it. Being a unit that basically attacks as powerfully as a Britain longbow, which is to say not powerfully at all when fully upgraded. 10 have become 9. 10 scouts have become 5. And Mihai is heading up to Imperial. He also added a 4th TC. Ooh, a very exposed 4th TC is the one researching Imperial, by the way. I love that both players are just, or rather Hera is putting down outposts. I've said this before about Hera. He just, I mean, murder holes, outposts. He is just he's just after my caster heart with all of these moves, adding in houses. Why? He's got 25 population space. I guess he figures now with a bit of a lull in activity that it would be a good time to start putting down some extra, you know, room and board for whatever military might be coming. One villager does bite the dust on the retreat to the TC. Monk. Okay. So Hera has outposts. Our Bengali has monks with, by the way, take a look, +3/+3 armor. Always super fun to see. And Mihai's not done being annoying just yet. He's going after the gold miners, continuing to go after the gold miners. Hera, by the way, also now heading up to Imperial. But he is going to be about a minute and a half behind his opponent. And we'll see how this game shapes up. I'm really curious to see Mihai's resources. Okay, so he secured all 3 of his gold patches. My apologies. Secured 2 of his 3 gold patches. Again, now he's going to secure, well, not secure, but he's going to try to take the 3rd gold patch. Hera seems like on the minimap, he has a much bigger footprint out on the map as a whole. But he also hasn't taken the neutral gold just north of his TC. He is also taking the 3rd gold, securing the south with a castle, making sure that the Bengali just cannot run by anymore. And now Mihai starting with the line of sight. Cavalry shoves itself into this construction site. Let's see if they can manage to get any villagers. I don't think they got even one. No, they did get one, unless that's from a different time. And I talked about Hera getting murder holes. Oh, he's luring the light cav away from the castle with a juicy villager target. 2 villagers down. Castle is firing away. Will he get a 3rd? Mihai does not get a 3rd, but 2 vill kills for 3 scouts. Not exactly the end of the world. Rattan's fire, Rattan's chase. 1 rattan gets converted. Okay. So somehow we're still fighting these small little battles all over the map. Are there enough skirmishers here? And what has Mihai done with his time advantage in Imperial? He's gotten more light cavalry. He's gotten more elephants. He's gotten chemistry. Hera, for his part, I think I saw heavy cav archer there for a second. I think that was obviously a mistake going Imperial skirmisher. So I believe the attack bonuses are going to jump a little bit here from 4 to, ooh, I want to say 5-3. We'll see in a second. Bracer and chemistry as well. So we're seeing very much a ranged war here. Looks like a Rattan took out a scout who took out a Rattan. Scout takes out a villager, but the villagers ultimately kill that scout. Impatient, do not want to wait for the army. Hera, by the way, beautiful castle spread out of him, securing the southern flank, securing the north with 2 castles, as well as the neutral gold, and then just that central first castle that we saw. Mihai, for his part, doing the same to the south with those beautiful red Bengali castles. Elite Rattan archers, interesting. Second fastest foot archer after the plumed archer is the Rattan, so does give him a bit of more mobility. And their base pierce armor will go from 4 to 6, and now with the final armor upgrade, take a look at this. 10 pierce armor. Isn't that ridiculous? 10 pierce armor on an archer unit. More villager kills here for our Bengali, but losing a good amount of light cavalry units, and here they are. Somehow there's 33 units in here in this 1x2 tile area. Thought we got rid of that in Age of Empires, but it is what it is. Look how beautiful this unit is with their little plumes on top of their helmets. Are there not villagers in here? Why are this? Am I missing the arrow fire? Why is this town center not firing arrows on these light cavalry units? Yeah, their HP is 200. It's not falling. Very weird. Okay. So the villagers there say, you know what? We're going to put a flower in the barrel, or whatever the expression is. We're peaceniks. We'll make love, not war. The way of the leaf, for those of you Wheel of Time fans. Will he get the villager? Will he get the villager? This town center definitely firing on that scout. And here we go. Elephants are moving forward. Architecture getting got for our Bengali, who's at 200 population. No Mahayana does have pikes, which means these elephant archers do attack 20% faster than normal. And if I remember correctly, Bengalis now don't get not only thumb ring, but also Parthian tactics got removed from them. Rattans get pushed literally to the edge of the world. Their backs are against a void wall. And with their backs to the wall, they do die. It looks like those scouts got cleaned up. Another band of scouts moving forward. We'll keep an eye on that, but for now, there he is. There's the elite elephant archer, and there's the final armor upgrade. So we're going to have fully upgraded elephant archers taking on fully upgraded skirmishers and rattan archers. In the meantime, though, a few more villager kills, a few more scout kills. This is rinse repeat here for our Bengali and our Vietnamese. But the attack here has begun. What will Mihai go after? He's got to go after the Trebs, right? Which kind of sucks because you're on the low ground. Was I right about the 5-3 attack bonus, by the way? Yeah, 5-3. So 8 becomes 6 now because the Bengali elephant takes 25% less. Is he going to clear up the last Treb? Oh, with 22 HP left. Castle fallen, castle replaced, and our Vietnamese brings out a bombard cannon. 3 more being trained. 6 pierce armor to the 8 attack is pretty damn good, but the Rattans to support in the castle and the uphill battle means that this is a very much an unassailable position right now for our Bengali. He needs to add probably, I would say, what, another 15 to 20 light cavalry units, and then he can even begin thinking about assaulting this higher ground. Hera, for his part, what a masterful defensive location. Look at this. How do you even engage into this as the Bengali? We're about to find out. Are we? Maybe. Maybe not. All side attacks are over. We are full frontal. But wait. Your elephants aren't that fast. Wait up for the elephants. Wait up for the elephants. Oh, the scouts move in. The elephants finally showed up. I feel like the scouts were a little premature there. But you know what? Nah, that's a terrible trade. I see a bunch of rattan archers. 1 dead Treb is nice. That's 400 resources down the drain. Mihai's out of stone, which means it's only a matter of seconds before this castle does ultimately fall. Never mind, he spent 176 gold on stone. Elephants move out yet again. They still have 7,000 HP. And there's paper money for our Vietnamese. So all 49 lumberjacks are going to start bringing home a little bit more A little bit more gold in the purse. Mihai. Mahayana? Still no Mahayana. You've got 140 villagers. If you researched Mahayana, you would have 140 would become 126 population. Ooh, he's trying to shell away at the bombard cannon. And that would give you 14 extra space for military. You desperately need that upgrade right now, especially with 140 villagers. But castle is down. Somehow, it's the second Bengali castle that remains standing, but with 2 Trebs on the high ground shelling away at it. Ooh, I don't know how long this castle will last. Hera needs to attack the villagers. He needs to attack those villagers yesterday. Stop the repair. You know what? I kind of want this castle to fall because I hate battles where the super cool units are behind a castle and all we can see is the outline. Oh, that's kind of unfair to Mihai, right? I want you to lose this area just so I can see better. How many Trebs behind here? 4 Trebs. They do manage to pick off one of Hera's. Second one takes a ball to the face, another ball to the face. But high ground advantage here. I wonder what would happen if Mihai just put his elephant archers into the castle, but that is a theoretical exercise as for the second time the castle falls. Hera, though, has been knocked down to 1 Treb. To be fair, there are still 3 Trebs here. No more bombard cannons for our Vietnamese either, who is now starting to add in halberdiers. I love that there's no more side attacks. There's no more rear ends. There's no more backstabbing. There's no more flanks. This is all now an absolute battle of wills. Whose meat shield will last? Whose micro will be better? Whose units will last longer on the field of battle? Oh, so sour to lose that. Mihai's down to 170 population. Hera's still at 200. He's got 13 more army queued up. Mihai's going pure light cav. Why the hell not? You've got 69 farmers. What's the HP on the elephants? Still 6,400. I mean, come on. 26 units have a total HP of 6,000. It's not like 600. That's 6,000 HP. Man, does that Bengali bonus negation absolutely kick ass right now. And Mihai tries to rear end the skirmishers here, but runs into rattan archers instead. What an absolute epic game right now. Looks like a few rattans try to pierce the bottom right of the map as well, but Mihai is pressing this back. His army count is lower, but he's got so many elephants that numbers are a little bit deceiving. Hera continues to take the high ground though, which is pretty damn bad for these elephant archers. And there's just like a never-ending stream of units here for blue. Yellow as well. But where the hell are all the light cav? You've got 72 villagers on food, and you're only training 10 light cavalry? This tells me that perhaps Mihai doesn't have enough stables. Let's zoom out and see how many stables our Bengali is working with here. Okay, 10 stables is pretty good. Hera, 8 archery ranges, 10 barracks. So Hera has 18 military buildings to the 16 of his opponent. So not the end of the world. But Mihai is now down to 165 population. His farms are getting lame. No more resources here, by the way. So I think this elephant archer count is pretty much what we're going to see, especially since we're 57 minutes into the game. How much HP do they have? They still have. This always amazes me. 6,400. So just for comparison purposes, let me highlight Hera's entire army right now. All 3 unit classes have 3,100. And we're looking at what? About 80 army count? 80 army count has half the HP that these 26 elephants have. And for the second time, Mihai finds himself defending a castle. Might want to put his elephant archers here on this hill. Ooh, Trebs, by the way, are ripe for the taking if these light cavalry units might want to engage. Instead of fighting themselves, fighting a whole bunch of halberdiers. That was an absolutely atrocious waste of light cavalry units. And somehow Mihai's out of food. Elephant archer attack bonus against spearmen is a big fat 0. No more Parthian tactics for the Bengalis. So not like a Cav Archer that can take them on. Oh, this is absolutely terrible for Mihai. Now he's just trading his expensive units for trash. Elephant count is down to 22, a meager 5,000 HP. But again, look at the never-ending flow of units from Hera. And there we go, the battle of the wills, the contest of the two butting heads. Like, you know, on the Nature Channel, you have these two rams that are fighting over a piece of territory. Click, click, clock, clock go their horns as they butt heads. What an absolute battle here between the two players. First between these two hills with the castles on the hill, but what an absolute epic defensive position here for Hera. And then finally, Mihai got pushed back to his secondary position. That also got nullified with the castle falling. And now, even though it looks like he's on the high ground here, yeah, look at just the stream of units from blue, never ending. Hera has 33 units. Pardon me, 33 skirmishers, 4 rattans, 24 halberdiers, and 3 bombard cannons just queued up. Mihai, he's at 166 population. Wow. He held for a little while, but ultimately failed. Like I said, I wonder if he had just 15 or 20 more light cavalry. If he had waited just a little bit longer, it's not like this army was going to attack into a bunch of trebs. Maybe it would have, who knows? I don't particularly think so. Back when we had a castle here and a castle here, maybe he should have waited for a few more light cavalry units. But what an absolute epic game from the very first moment where Mihai just shoved into this woodline, which, by the way, if I'm not mistaken, this is the original woodline. That is still not 100% jacked. That is absolutely epic. I think that's the original woodline, right? Or was it this? One of these. Either way, it doesn't really matter. No, this is the neutral middle of the map woodline. I think it was this one. Maybe not. No, it is, because here are the berries. Here's the OG town center. I think it was here. That was absolutely epic. When was it? Like minute 15 when Mihai was like, oh, hey, you killed a villager of mine? Hold my beer. And then killed like 7, 8, 9, 10 villagers. Ultimately, Mihai does kill 34 to 22, but look at that awesome kill count in an hour-long game. 319 to 368. And despite a few pokes and prods to the flanks, to the rear, Hera didn't really try this game beyond 1 or 2 maneuvers to try to penetrate this base. Maybe he saw that it's all, yeah, he saw that it's fully walled in. So he's, you know what? I'm not even going to waste my time. It was just an absolute butting of heads. Literally the two castles on the hill just fighting one another over and over. Very historical. One castle on one high ground, the other castle on another higher ground. Let's take a look at the numbers. 141 skirmishers to 239 light cav. Halbs, I feel Halbs were kind of a later game addition. These didn't really exist for the first, 45, 50 minutes of the game. I feel like this 239 and 105 elephants should have overwhelmed the skirmisher and rattan archer count. Like I said, I think Mihai, that one battle where his light cavalry rushed in a little bit too fast. The elephants are slow. You need to account for their slow movement speed. Maybe send the elephants in first to tank a bunch of damage, because again, this is a 300 HP unit, the chunkiest of the chunky archers, and maybe that would have been better, but in any event, doesn't really matter. Let's take a look at the APM. Hero 240 right at the end. Mihai 1. Oh, look at that. 5537, 5506. So both players literally 5 minutes ago APMing the hell out of their armies. Economies, wow. Without the relics, Hera actually had a worse economy. Gold, a little bit more. Thank you, relics. Thank you, paper money. I think actually without the relics, he's actually at a lower. Yeah, he's at a lower gold. So our Bengali doing a fantastic job. Food and gold. Well, not really gold, but without relics, food and gold. There's your elephant, and wood and stone. I mean, stone is basically identical. Wood, look at the difference. Food, look at the difference. So these two trash resources are basically where the huge differences lie. 2 raisings, 2 conversions, 10 to 5 raisings, not the end of the world, not really playing a huge role. Mihai really needed Mahayana. It's an expensive upgrade, but he really needed it earlier on. Can you imagine 14 more light cavalry units or 14 more elephants or a combination thereof in any of these assaults on Hera's high ground position? Hera got paper money. Chatras, obviously not a upgrade he needs right now, because that 100 extra HP on elephants would basically be a waste of money with no elephants on the field. But wow, the two Rams butted heads over and over and over again. First, the Bengali castle fell, then the Vietnamese castle fell, then the Bengali castle fell again, and then it was just a retreat back to the front lines here. And Mihai says, okay, you know what, fine, I'm out of food, I'm out of gold, I'm out of wood, I'm out of stone, I'm out of patience. You can have this piece of grazing land, you more horny ram than me, or horned ram than me, and I will just cede control in this particular matchup. And Mihai, despite still having 5,000 HP on his elephants. Elephants always make me laugh so much, and just in awe of how much HP this unit has. Again, the attack, pretty much a longbow. Armor, a little bit better than a camel's. Not really a craziest armor. Range, Genoese crossbow range of a 7, not an 8. But it's that HP and the bonus reduction for the Bengali unit in particular just helps it against this Imperial skirmisher so much. And what an absolute epic end scene here for these Rattan archers, letting loose their fiery arrows as they head straight to these men in their baskets to light them on fire. And with those fiery arrows, Hera wins the Battle of Wills, takes the W, but GG in an absolute epic clash to both players. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips and make sure to subscribe and enable notifications so that you're notified of my latest uploads.